Hello, my name is Michael Tuttle, and I will be doing my drama presentation on Poof. Poof was established in 2004 by a writer named Lee. Lee had said that right before she made Poof that she was not going to make no more dramas or no more stories like this one like she has now, Poof. But instead, like everyone does, they changed their mind and they still write. And she wrote the story Poof. Some background story about Lee is that Lee was born on November 2nd, 1964. She attended Yale and Brown, one of the best two Ivy League schools out right now. And she also was a part of HBO, and she also helped out in the Broadway. Lee, when she was making this story, she had like a deeper meaning behind it. And anytime people make stories and when they make a drama or any type of writing, there's always a meaning behind it. But for this one, it was more out to the women who got abused by their husbands or abused by other people out there in the world. So for this story, when she was relating back to everything she had gone through, she had went back to society, psychologically, and history. So back in the day, even from back in the times, there used to be slaves. People used to get abused from back in the time. Women used to never be able to go out to work and stuff like that. And they used to be at home housewives, and they used to get abused. They didn't do their job right by their husband. And she wants to talk about that nowadays, because that is still going on nowadays, and no one is talking about this. Society is letting people abuse going around, and no one's standing up and speaking up for them or talking about it. It's a historical topic that's been going on for centuries and centuries ago, and it's still going on now, and people are not talking about it. So she decided to make a drama about experience that she has seen going on. Poof, for her, she had one main idea when she was making this. She wanted people to see how women were getting abused, and they don't know what to do with their lives. They're getting abused. They can't go up and stand up for themselves. They can't tell these men to stop. They can't really do much about it. People won't help them. When you go out for help, people won't really help them. So she tried to make a drama about this to see if it can open up other people's eyes about this topic. And surely she did. When she was making it, she had one main idea topic for this. But for when I read it, I saw that endpoint of murder. In this story, the husband gets murdered and killed and got turned into ash. And the wife doesn't know what to do. And by the end of the story, she lets it go and she doesn't do anything about it. She hides the ash, and until no one says she goes missing. So when I read this, I got another message other than abuse from women getting abused by their humans. I also got a message that murder is a big thing, and people always try to cover up, and they're too scared to do something about it. They're too scared to show like personality and experience, so they always cover something up. People are too scared to go out to society and show murder is a real thing. And murder was the other main idea that I got from reading this story. Also, the plot basically was a woman who's getting abused by her husband every single day, a housewife on top of that who stayed at home every single day. And one day, she was tired of getting abused. So she yelled back at her husband, saying, "Damn you, go to hell." And when she yelled at him that, he turned to ash. After he turned to ash, her best friend / roommate came down and was talking to her and was trying to help her out to see what they can do about this. And her best friend didn't believe her until the end. But eventually, they made a solution, and they came up not to tell anyone and to just live life better, because her husband had once said before, what comes around goes around, and as he was abusing her, comes and goes. So now she's not getting abused no more by her husband, and she is very free from everything else in the world that's going on with her. Poof. That's an amazing story. I really recommend this for all ages. I really recommend everyone to read this because it opens up your eyes to what's going out there in society. All this stuff is getting ignored out there. People getting abused, women getting abused, especially by their husbands and stuff like that. 50%, when I was reading the article, 50% of wives get divorced for their husband because of abuse and other social problems like this. And other people are too scared to stand up for themselves because they're scared, like, this is the only person in my life right now, financially. They're too scared to do anything. So they sit there and get abused. They do everything to hurt themselves. In reality, we could be making a change for them. We could be helping other people, but we're not. So I really recommend you to read this story because it really opens up your eyes. And for me, it opened up my eyes a lot to see what's going on out there. Lauren, when I count to 10, I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn you to hell, Samuel. Hey, Lauren. You alright? What happened? Smells like You're burning something. Samuel. It's Samuel, I think. What's he done now? It's him. It's him. Chill. What's wrong with you? Did he finally drive you out of mind? I knew something was going to happen sooner or later. Dial 911, Flores. Why? You're scaring me. Dial 911. What? I killed him. I killed Samuel. What? I killed him. I killed Samuel. Come again? He's dead? No, stop it. I don't have time for this. I'm going back upstairs. You know how much Samuel hates to find me here when he gets home. You're not going to get me this time. Y'all have your little jokes. I'm not part of this. Did you really know why or how it just happened? Why are you whispering? I don't want to talk too loud. Something else is incapable to disappearing. Where's his body? There. You burned him? I don't know. I think so. Either you did it or you didn't do it. What do you mean you don't know? You're talking about murder. Lauren, not oven setting. You think I'm playing? How many times have I heard you talk about getting rid of him? How many times have we sat at this very table and laughed about how many ways we could do it? And how many times have you done it? None. A pair of cheap shackles. That's all that's left to him. And you know how much I hate them. You ever seen him without these? No. He counted to 4 and disappeared. I swear to God. Don't bring the Lord into it just yet. Sit down. What you got to sip? I don't know whether to have a stiff shot of scotch or a glass of champagne. He was, take your time, standing right there, and he exploded. Did that mother trucker hit you again? No. He exploded. Boom! Right in front of me. He was shouting like he always does, being all colored. Then he raised up that big crusty hand to hit me, and poof, he was gone. I barely got words out, and I'm looking down at the pile of ashes.